Hi, I'm Jeffrey Nachmanoff, and we are making a PSA for the United Nations today, trying to convince people to take an interest and help seal the deal on climate change in Copenhagen. We have a very, very high-level team here. I have my cinematographer, Jimmy Whitaker. I've got our producer, Michelle Abbott, two top-flight Hollywood commercial people, and they are here to make sure this comes off as a professional production, even though we're shooting with this little teeny camera and taking volunteers from the street to hold our equipment. Our first stop was in Iceland, where we shot Salva Douglas Hamilton, a conservationist on a glacier, talking about the melting ice caps and the threat to the Arctic ecosystem. And then we traveled to the Maldives, where the president of the Maldives gave us a little piece on the threat of rising sea levels to their nation. And then we were in Nairobi, where we were fortunate enough to be able to do a session with Wangari Maathai, who's a Nobel Prize winner, and she talked about deforestation. And today we are going to have Philippe Cousteau, and he's going to talk about ocean temperatures and severe storms. Climate change, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really take it from a water-ocean perspective.
Yeah.
So, enter as our entry point, as opposed to climate change is the issue.
Right.
But climate change is an issue because of what it's doing to water and oceans. So.
Yeah, and I mean the notion of this is, I mean, all these, like for example, Wangari Maathai is not traditionally, I mean, she's not really a climate change person, but she's her work with forestry, obviously, the two are interconnected. All of them were just looking for connections that help tell a bigger part of the story. Piracy,
exactly.
You could call it taxation, I suppose.
In a way, originally that's what it was.
Their natural resource, which has been depleted by
other countries. But then they started realizing, oh my God, I can make $3 on a piece of fish, or I can make $300 on, capturing this boat and either ransom or taking what they've got on it and selling it. I was meeting with some of the folks who did the John Smith Trail project here in Chesapeake Bay. And, you read from him stories about being able to dip hands in the water and pull shad up, or the cod in Nova Scotia. They dip buckets down in the water and pull it up. I thought it was absolutely endless. I like it.
It's an environmentally friendly mark.
Up here.
Just on either side of that stick. Yeah. Like that, and we'll take a look at our frame size. So you're about 6'3".
Yeah, it's about 6'4".
So a little taller than what we're using to stand in, but it's an empowering angle that might be too lemon. Be good from that distance. If you could just look in the lens for me for a second, please. You notice the camera is a little camera, yes. The Canon 5D. We went with that camera because it's the only camera that was small enough to bring in all of the various places we were going. We had a lot of flights, 13 flights in 16 days, I think. But the image quality is pretty good. Well, we'll tell you when we're finished when we take a look at it all.
My name is Philippe Cousteau, and I'm founder of EarthEcho International.
Take 7, marker.
This is climate change. You can do something about it. Help seal the deal. Sign the online petition at www.sealthedeal2009.org and make your voice heard.
Look at that all in Cut there.
Nice.
Do 1/200, please.
This will take a second if you want to relax. Walk around.
Emily, if you look in there, do you know what the batteries look like for the camera?
Yeah, I wanted you to see your stance in case you wanted to adjust.
That we can do a plate, exposure plate for the background.
That's impossible.
That's right. It's hard to tell.
Warmer oceans will cause more severe storms like Hurricane Katrina.
Cut? Yeah, let's grab some still. That's great.
So Jimmy, how did the shoot go today?
It was great. I was a little worried about this one because everything else we've done so far was so visual. But this one I was a little worried it would look too normal. And we got great light and it worked out great. Philippe was wonderful. And yeah, we're doing a gorgeous time lapse over there. And tomorrow I get to be in LA.
Hero Iceland is 50 frames per second, or the second one.
That's the one that's supposed to.
Yeah. It does, it's a little fast. You mean it's the one at
There's a
02?
dumpster.
Yep.
Around where past where the cars are, there's a big wooden
In the
shed.
wooden things?
Yeah, the trash is on the right hand side, recycling's on the left.
Okay, great. Thank you.
That is amazing. That dual layer.
I know, the two layers of clouds is pretty cool.
Only over